you ever get that feeling when something just doesn't sit right? Like your brain trying to tell you something that your eyes can't see yet. Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me one night in Walmart. I wasn't hallucinating. I wasn't sleep deprived. I wasn't on drugs. This happened. At least, I think it did. It all started about 6 months ago. I was between jobs, and money was bleeding out of my bank account faster than I could keep track. Rent was due. My car insurance was hanging by a thread, and I had $23 to my name. So when I saw a flyer outside my rundown apartment complex for an urgent night shift position at experience needed, immediate start, I applied that very night. I expected some admin delay, but nope. They hired me on the spot. You'll be on inventory patrol, the manager said. Just restock, organize, keep an eye on the aisles. It's slow at night. He handed me a blue vest, didn't even ask for my resume. Honestly, it felt too easy. But when you're desperate, you don't ask questions. You say yes, slap on a fake smile, and clock in. My shifts started typically enough. Clock in at 11 p.m., wander through barren aisles, fix a misplaced ketchup bottle here, return stray socks to the clearance crate there. It was boring, but peaceful, until one night when things got strange. Very strange. It was around 2:13 a.m. I remember the time exactly because I'd just taken a picture of a spider on the ceiling to show my girlfriend. She hates spiders, but as I looked back down, I noticed something had changed. There between aisle 17 and aisle 19 was a new corridor. No number. Just this long, dimly lit aisle shrouded in shadows. The fluorescent lights above it were flickering like a bad horror movie cliché. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, thought maybe sleep deprivation was playing tricks on me, because I knew this Walmart only had 22 aisles, and I'd memorized them, but this one wasn't numbered. Still, curiosity got the better of me. I walked toward it, pushing a cart I didn't remember grabbing. The air grew colder with each step, like someone had cracked open a freezer just for this section alone. What caught my eye weren't the products, but the people, or rather, the lack of them. This aisle was unsettling. The shelves were stocked, sure, but weirdly so. Everything was slightly off. Candy bars labeled with names I didn't recognize. Crinkle Crisps, Nourish Nougat. The packaging looked like it came from a different era or a different universe. A chill prickled my neck. The kind you get when you feel like you're in someone else's dream or nightmare. I turned around. The entrance of the aisle was gone. Panic hadn't set in right away. I've always been a logical thinker. It's just a new section they're testing, I told myself. Just a weird marketing ploy. But as I kept walking down the aisle, because what else could I do, I started noticing more. Irregularities. There were mannequins, not the standard types you see around the apparel section. These were grotesque. Soft, rubbery skin, stitched mouths, and instead of eyes, hollow sockets filled with black, leaking goo. I backed away. Then came the whispers. Imagine 1,000 voices, barely louder than your breath, all speaking at once, in languages you don't recognize, but somehow feel like you should. They echoed off the shelves like ghostly static. Then I saw someone, a woman. She wore an official Walmart vest, name tag and all. Her name tag read Jessica. She was standing perfectly still at the end of the aisle, her back to me. "Excuse me," I called out, hesitant. She didn't move. I stepped forward, still no motion, until I was maybe 10 feet away. Then her head twitched, jerked hard to the right like her neck had cracked. She turned to look at me and smiled. Only her mouth smiled. Her eyes didn't. I don't remember running. I just did. Suddenly, I was back in the regular part of the store. No weird aisle, no Jessica, no whispers. I collapsed in front of the electronics department and tried to catch my breath. Another employee saw me and rushed over. It was Marcus, a guy I'd talked to a few times. Friendly, normal. "You good, bro?" he asked. I think I saw something. There's like a hidden aisle or something. Between 17 and... I paused when I saw his face. His expression didn't match my panic. Instead, he looked scared. "You saw her, didn't you?" he whispered. I didn't even reply. "I gotta warn you, man," he said under his breath, glancing around. "That aisle, it's not supposed to be there. People say it shows up randomly. Always at night. You think you're dreaming, but you are." "What is it?" "Nobody knows," he said. "But if you see Jessica, don't follow her. Ever." Then he walked away, without another word. I took a few nights off after that. Called in sick. But something was pulling me back. I had dreams I couldn't shake. That aisle, Jessica, those whispers. They were stitched into my mind like barcodes on packaging. Against my better judgment, a week later, I returned for another night shift. Things were quiet at first. Normal. I even laughed to myself, thinking I'd freaked out over a weird fever dream. But when it hit 2:13 a.m., like clockwork, the overhead speakers fizzled, and every single monitor in the store glitched. The cameras dead, the intercom hissing, and there it was again. The unnumbered aisle. No lights this time, just darkness. I grabbed my phone and turned on the flashlight. Huge mistake. Another employee once told me, the back room is where weird goes to die. Now, if you've ever worked the night shift at Walmart, you know about the back room. It's where all the overstock lives, a place of narrow pathways, forklift pallets, and concrete floors echoing your every step. I found myself there, not by choice. One moment I was in the unmarked aisle, the next I blinked and I was in the back room. Only this back room wasn't ours. It was massive, like an abandoned warehouse. The ceilings were endlessly high, filled with swinging chains and overhead lights that swayed with no wind. I wandered aimlessly until I heard it, a soft dragging noise, followed by the sound of wheels. Not shopping cart wheels, gurney wheels. Then crying. A child's voice echoing. "Where's my mom? Have you seen my mom?" I turned a corner and stopped dead. There was a little girl there, probably 7 or 8, dressed in a torn pink shirt, holding a Walmart balloon. Her face was hollow and pale, eyes wide and glassy. I approached slowly. "Hey, are you okay?" She pointed past me. I turned to look. Nothing. When I looked back, she was standing inches from me. Her voice dropped an octave, distorted. "I found you." Then she screamed. Not like a child, like a woman being torn in two. Her face distorted and elongated like clay melting in a furnace. I ran. I ran without direction through corridors, down stairwells I didn't know existed. Until at last, I slammed open an emergency exit door and spilled out behind the loading dock. It was dawn. I was back. I quit the next day, or at least I tried to. But when I walked into the manager's office, he wasn't there. Instead, the chair spun slowly, as though someone had just left moments ago. Then my phone buzzed. One new shift added. Tonight, 11 p.m., 6 a.m. I never signed up for it. I tried to delete it, but the app wouldn't even open anymore. My schedule was locked in place. Calls to HR went to an out-of-service tone. My friend Marcus, gone. His locker was cleared. I decided I needed to burn that aisle down, or expose it, something. That night, I walked in with a GoPro strapped to my chest and a Zippo in my pocket. Made sure my phone was charged to 100%. I was ready to document it all. Only this time, the Walmart was empty. No lights, no staff, not even customers. And yet, the registers kept printing receipts, each one with my name on it. I found the aisle again at 2:13 a.m. It welcomed me like an open wound. Inside, the shelves moved on their own. The products whispered. Jessica waited at the end, holding a clipboard. "It's your final report," she said. "Why me?" I whispered. "You applied," she said, smiling. Then everything went black. When I woke up, I was lying in the middle of aisle 10. Employees surrounded me, but none of them spoke. They just stared. My name tag had changed. It now read, Manager, Inventory Unit 1. And on the speakers, a soft voice repeated one phrase, over and over. "Thank you for your sacrifice. We hope you enjoy your eternal employment with Walmart." They say corporate never sleeps. They're absolutely right. Sometimes late at night, I still get messages on my now-dead phone. Push notifications from an app I never installed. Inventory missed at unmarked aisle. Return and complete the cycle. So next time you're shopping late at night and you feel a cold breeze where there shouldn't be one, don't look down a dark, unmarked aisle. And if you see a woman with a stitched smile and name tag that reads Jessica, turn around and run.